Hello everyone and welcome to my biannual Bibliothon reading vlog. I haven't done a reading vlog in a really long time. If you've seen any of my other ones, then you know my camera dilemma. So I'm having to film on my giant Canon camera, which doesn't have autofocus. So if this video is out of focus or really shaky because I have to hold it with two hands, but that's just, it's not good for holding up books and holding a camera at the same time. Anyways, I also don't know where the microphone is on this, so I hope I'm not holding it. But the biannual Bibliothon starts today, and I've actually never participated in the biannual Bibliothon before. I have tried like every single time, and it's just, the dates have never worked out. Frankly, they don't really work out this time either, but I'm just going to try my very best. You know what? I really need to find a place to set this up because my hand is getting really tired. That'll do. Maybe I can turn on my fancy lighting. Maybe not. I don't know what's better. Lighting, no lighting, I don't know, but hopefully this is okay just for now. If you're wondering why there's a stocking in the background, which has also been in the background of some of my other reading vlogs, it's because I'm trying to hold on to the magic of Christmas. Maybe no lighting. It's yellow, but frankly, I think it looks better. So let me tell you about what I'm reading right now. I have less than 100 pages left of Siege and Storm, so I'm just going to finish this up today, and I'm not going to count it towards any of the reading challenges because I read like 400 pages of this before the readathon started, so I just don't think it's fair to count it towards one of the challenges. But I've got about 80 pages left, so it shouldn't take me that long to read. This morning was my library's monthly book sale, which you guys know I get the majority of my books from my library book sale. So I don't want to spoil any of my future book hauls, but these are some of the books that I got. You might notice a pretty popular book in the YA genre right at the bottom, which is Nevernight by J. Kristoff. I found this on the shelf and I just plucked it off straight away because people rave about this book. They love this book. I've never read a J. Kristoff book before, but with the way people talk about him, I expect nothing less than amazing. But I didn't realize until I got home that it is a signed first edition. This video is so dark I don't even know if it's in focus. Signed first edition, can you believe it? So that's what the signature looks like. I don't even know if that says J. Kristoff because I've never seen his signature before, but I'm just gonna assume that it does. But this is like a pretty thick book, so I'm not gonna be reading it this week, so let's stop talking about it for now because it's irrelevant. Yeah, this is my only reading plan as of right now. I'm gonna kind of just make up my TBR as I go along and just go through the challenges. I did rent a couple of books from the library that I knew I needed for specific challenges, but I'd really like to read books that I either own just to try and get off my TBR or to finish some of the series that I'm right in the middle of, like this one. So yeah, that is all for now. I will update you guys a little bit later. the biannual Bibliothon. I'm sorry I didn't update you guys again yesterday. I actually did film an update and then I deleted it, as you do. But yesterday I finished Siege and Storm. I gave it 4.75 out of 5 stars, basically 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. And then I moved on to Ruin and Rising, which is the final book in the Grisha trilogy. And this will work for the challenge of reading a predicted 5-star read, which I think is one of the challenges for this readathon. I've been looking at the challenges for the booktubeathon, so I'm starting to get them all a little bit muddled. But so far I think I'm about 90 pages into this, and I'm enjoying it so far. It's off to a little bit of a slower start, and I'm not a fan of like the relationships between some of the characters right now. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be starting to get better soon. That was like really weird English. But yeah, this is what I'm currently reading. So this morning I didn't get a whole lot of reading done. It is Sunday, so I woke up, I read a little bit, and then I watched church. I don't go to church anymore. I actually watch a live stream of a church at home. And usually because I have such a hard time just like sitting still and watching something, I usually will color while I do it. Hopefully you guys got some good shots of that. I'm not super happy with a lot of my coloring work, but you know. And then I just filmed 2 videos which I'm going to edit and upload later, and I can read while they're uploading. So yeah, but for now I have to go to the grocery store, and then I will do all that stuff I just said when I get home. So yeah, that is all for now. I will update you guys later. Alright, I just got back from grocery shopping, and now it is time to, first of all, clean up my filming mess, and then edit, and then read. So it is now day 3 of the biannual Bibliothon. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's almost 2:30. I haven't filmed anything today, even like little clips for montages, because today has just been a bad day. I don't really like to talk about personal stuff on my channel, for one, just because I don't want to get too personal, and 2, because I don't want my videos to be sad. But if you follow me on Twitter, I posted a couple weeks ago, I think I only posted twice, about my dog. She's been pretty sick since the end of May, and we just can't figure out what's wrong with her. That has been happening today. We had to take her to the vet this morning, but hopefully she's okay as of right now. I just got done putting my makeup on. I was watching Emma from Emma Books vlog for the biannual Bibliothon. I love her book vlogs. But let me tell you about what I'm reading right now. Sorry that this side of my face is dark, but I have my lighting up just so there's a little bit of light on my face. But I'm still reading Ruin and Rising. I think I'm 296 pages in, so I'm almost 300 pages into it. I only have this much left. I am loving this series. This is the final book in the series. I thought I would take this time just to tell you a little bit of my actual thoughts on it instead of just giving you little reading updates. Basically, I'm loving this, as I already said a lot of times. But there's everything about this novel I am loving. The plot, the world, the romance, which is very different for me as of right now, because lately I've been finding myself getting super annoyed with romance in any YA books, and usually the reason I don't give a book a higher rating is because I didn't like the romance, or I just found it to be way too cheesy, because let's be real, most YA romances these days come with extra cheese, and I'm not about it. But this one, I love it. Although it is going in a different direction than I thought it was going to be. So the love interest that has been, well, I don't want to spoil it for anybody who could be in the middle of reading it or something, but there's this one guy that I really like that I want her to end up with, and that I thought she was going to end up with, but now there's this other guy in the picture who I also really like, and I wouldn't be devastated if she ended up with him, but I would prefer if she was with the other guy. Anyways, basically what I'm trying to say is I really enjoy this book. So I'm going to finish the last 100 or so pages of this, and then we'll see what book I move on to next. So it is now about an hour later and I got a little bit more reading done. I think I'm on page 340 something. It was actually a little bit longer than I initially thought it was. I thought it was like 400 pages, but it's closer to like 420, so it's a little bit longer. So I've got a bit less than 100 pages left of this. I'm trying to put myself in more of a happy mood today. I'm sorry if I sounded very down earlier. I just rewatched the clip and I looked so sad. But tonight I'm making tacos for dinner, which is my favorite meal. So food always helps make me feel happy. Also chilling with my little pets right here. Hello, Punk. Fascinating. Anyways, just wanted to update you guys. I'm gonna put a sweater on because it's getting a little bit cold in the living room with the air conditioning on, which I'm not complaining about because I love wearing sweaters. So, yep, that's all for now. We'll update you guys later. Okay, it's only like 5 minutes later, but I'm here to tell you that I feel like I am in the Twilight Zone. Something weird is going on because I just had to kill 2 bugs in the span of like 5-10 minutes. Sorry if you're someone watching this who loves bugs and you don't like to kill them. Listen, I don't like to kill them either. But I'm home alone. I had no choice. So before I filmed that last clip that you just saw, I found a bug that I have no idea what bug this was. I have like never seen this bug before. I don't know if it even had the power of flight or anything, but it had 4 long legs and it was on the window. So I had to push myself to get rid of that thing, and then after I filmed that last clip, I put on a sweater, went and sat down in my chair, and I looked over at the kitchen. This is just like the most random coinky-dink ever. I just looked over at the kitchen and there was a little black speck. There was a little black speck on the floor, which is not unusual. Like if the dog brings in a rock or some mud or something and there was just like a little speck on the floor, but I kept looking at it and I was like, that speck, there's something off about it. So I got closer and said speck had some 8 legs and it was a spider, and I thought it was dead because it was just in the same spot and it wasn't moving, and it kind of looked like it was sat in like a tiny droplet of water, like when the dog drinks out of her dog dish and then like some drool and some water lands on the floor. So I thought it was dead, but I had to step over it in order to get to a flip-flop, which is usually my method of killing. Sorry. And when I stepped over it, it started running, and it was one of those ones that runs very fast, and they're extra scary. Anyways, I just thought I would tell you that horrifying story. I'm gonna go read now, and I'm very aware of creatures around me. Okay, bye now. You guys, I just finished Ruin and Rising, and this book was so good. The ending was so good, it nearly broke me without spoiling anything, but luckily in books and films these days being dead means nothing, so in this case that was a good thing because I would have been so upset if said character had died. But this was so good. This completes the challenge of reading a predicted 5-star read, which I am giving it 5 stars, maybe more of like a 4.75 because the beginning of it was a little bit off for me, but I just love this book so much, and honestly, I'm in a little bit of a book hangover now. I can just feel it, so I'm not sure how well that's going to do for the rest of the readathon, but we will see what happens.